In my last interview, I was asked, "What is your ambition?" And I said, "My ambition is to become a senior web developer and eventually take on a leadership role." I've been working toward this goal through my projects. Whenever I face a bug or a difficult problem, I try to break it down into smaller parts, understand the root cause, and find a practical solution. I'm continuously improving my technical skills and learning from every project I work on. What are your strengths? One of my strengths is that I'm a quick learner. When I don't know something, I try to understand it and practice until I become comfortable with it. I'm also responsible and willing to take feedback. That's much stronger. Don't just name your strength, give a small reason or example. For example, I'm good at teamwork because I'm a quick learner because this make your answer sound more natural. What is your weakness? She doesn't say, "I don't have any weaknesses," because nobody's perfect. Instead, she says, "Sometimes I spend too much time trying to make my work perfect." I've been working on this by setting clear priorities and deadlines so I can manage my time better. That's a much better approach. You are not saying, "I'm terrible at everything." You are showing that you recognize an area for improvement and are working on it. Can you tell me about a challenge you faced and how you handled it? During one of my projects, I faced a problem that I did not know how to solve initially. Instead of giving up, I broke the problem into smaller parts, researched possible solutions, and tested them one by one. Eventually, I found a solution. That experience taught me to stay calm and approach problems step by step. That answer shows something important, not just the result, it shows her problem solving process. What if you don't know the answer? Now imagine the interviewer suddenly asks something Ananya doesn't know. Her mind goes blank. She could panic. She could simply say, "I don't know." Instead, she could respond professionally, like, "I'm not familiar with that yet, but I'm willing to learn." Or, "I'm not completely sure about the answer, but I would be happy to learn more about it." Or, "I haven't worked with that technology yet, but I have experience with similar tools." This is extremely useful English for interviews. You don't need to pretend that you know everything. Be honest, but stay confident. What if you need time to think? Sometimes the question is difficult. Don't panic. Calm down. Don't immediately fill the silence with fillers like, mm, actually, no. Instead, take a breath. You can say, "That's a good question. Let me think for a moment." Then think. Another useful phrase is, "Let me explain that with an example." Or, "There are a couple of things I would like to mention." These little phrases give your brain a few extra seconds and they sound professional. Do you have any questions for us? Yes, I would like to know what the main responsibilities of this role would be during the first few months. Or could you tell me a little about the team I will be working with? These questions show that she is genuinely interested in the position. Thank you for your time, Ananya. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me. I really appreciate the opportunity. She leaves the room, and guess what? She doesn't know yet whether she got the job, but she walks out feeling proud because she communicated. She did not speak perfect English. She made a few small mistakes. She paused a couple of times, but she did not freeze. And that's what matters. Maybe you are preparing for an interview right now. Maybe you are worried about your English. Maybe you are thinking, "My English is not good enough." Listen carefully. You don't need fancy vocabulary. You don't need a foreign accent. You don't need perfect grammar in every sentence. You need to communicate your ideas clearly. And confidence doesn't magically appear before your first interview. Confidence comes from practicing. So don't wait until you get an interview invitation to start practicing. Practice today. Every time you practice, you are becoming a little more comfortable. If you found this video useful, like, share, and subscribe to Learn English with Jeevan. And tell me in the comments which interview question makes you the most nervous. And I'll see you in the next video.